manifest your own reality. And what I mean in that sense is that don't write down things that you want in life, material things, or how much money you want to make, or that promotion you make. No, don't. If you want to manifest something, you need to believe it in your heart. You need to believe it to be true. If I want to get to a certain point in life and be a certain type of person, I need to believe in my subconscious that I become that type of person, and that energy attracts itself to you. But if you sit there hoping that something will come along and do the work for you, then you're just wrong. You need to manifest your reality so much to the point that you even believe yourself that you deserve it. Even if you think that you didn't, think that you do, and eventually you will manifest it into reality. Mind over matter. This is all this reality is. It's just your mind projecting it onto you. The only things you see is what your brain sees, so that's the only thing you can trust. Your brain is the only thing you can trust. The person in here is the only person who you know for a fact is real. Anything else could be a simulation. Anything else could be something that you're not aware of, trying to limit your beliefs and make you think that you're someone that you're not. You should only believe yourself, and if you believe that you deserve something, then eventually you go and chase it, and that's how you end up manifesting something. If you want to be at 10k a month, then you should look at yourself and go, why am I not at 10k a month right now? Look at all your actions that have led you up until this cause. It's basically cause and effect. Look at all your actions that have led you up to this point. It's all your fault. And you cannot argue with that, because at the end of the day, you know, if you look deep down into yourself, that it was your fault. So if you realise that and say, I need to make a change and I want to become the type of person that I can look up to, and the type of person where I want to be financially, where I have the certain amount of freedom to do whatever I want, then you need to move like that person. You need to think like that person, and inside your head, you need to believe it. You're that type of person as well. Because once you start doing that and the mental flip happens, that's when your reality starts to change for you and opportunities start to open up. There was a really good metaphor I heard on Joe Rogan. I can't remember who it was said, but I'll put it up here, and it was basically that if you close your eyes right now and you think, okay, I'm going to look for stuff that is red, and you open your eyes, you won't start to notice everything that's red. But if I go around and turn and ask to you and I say, can you tell me stuff that was green, you wouldn't be able to notice. In this metaphor, the red is all the failures in your life and all the subconscious beliefs that you've been fed as a child in the school system. It's all just fodder. And what you need to do is break beyond that, look for the green, look for the positives, and look for those opportunities, and that's when the world starts to come at you, and that's when the world starts to open up for you. I've seen it myself, and I'm not where I want to be in life at all, but I've definitely reached the point where I have a certain amount of freedom to look after my body, a certain amount of freedom to travel to certain countries. I'm definitely not the richest person on earth, but with my mindset and my belief system, I am, because I believe that I deserve much more than what I'm doing right now. If you look at all your suffering and all the suffering you've endured, what is on the opposite end of that? It's going to be absolute bliss and absolute happiness. Do you know why? Because it's the law of polarity. If you look at light, you get dark. If you look at day, you get night. If you look at male, you get female. That is how the cycle of life works. There is opposites to everything, and all this suffering that you're enduring right now, you're seeing this video for a reason, because you know that that suffering at the end of the day is going to turn into bliss, going to turn into happiness, going to turn into no stress. All those stressless nights that you've stayed up thinking, how are you even going to wake up, they all just blur, and eventually they just lead to a point where you don't even feel like you don't deserve anything less than where you want to be, because you've worked so hard to get there that the universe has no choice but to bring it to your table for you and serve you the food. You need to manifest your own reality. You need to look around you and say, what actions am I doing that are stopping me from living my dream life? What am I doing right now that I can start doing a new habit for? And it's as simple as a decision. If you look at millionaires, they are not the hardest workers on earth. Yes, they worked very hard. I'm sure they worked very hard, but they are not the hardest workers. If the world worked on the hardest workers, construction workers would be the most paid people. Doctors would be the most paid people. Surgeons, anything, nurses, care workers. But no, that's not how the world works. The way that the world works is you need to play the game, and once you play the game, you need to take all those subconscious beliefs that limit you into wanting to be lesser. Today you have so much more potential, and you know that you have so much more potential, but you procrastinate because you're scared. You're scared to succeed, and that's all it is. It's a fear of failure, and once you actually get over that fear, there's nothing stopping you but going. I know the person watching this video is seeing this for a reason, and this didn't come across your YouTube video for no reason at all. I always see those videos and I don't really believe it, but recently I've started to see a different mindset and a different side to the world, and once you start seeing it, you can't unsee it. This is my journey, so I hope everyone follows me on my journey and sees that what I'm saying is actually true. when you start to look at stuff with a different outlook on life and you start to actually look for success, you will find it. If you put the hard work in, you make no excuses, you show up on time and you do the work, then there's nothing else stopping you. All it is a mental thing. The only difference between me and a millionaire is he has more resilience than me. He has more work rate than me. He has more consistency than me. That's the only difference. There's no other difference than that. He doesn't have. He could be stronger. He could be better looking. He could be worse looking. That has nothing to do with it. It's all about mindset, and it's all from the mind. And once you start to realise that, mind over matter, you start to realise that you can do anything you put your mind to. And once you start to realise that, it's like Pandora's box. Everything starts to open up for you. You think, what if I can make a career out of this thing that I do for fun? Or what if I can chase my dreams? Well, I have good news for you. You can. You can always go chase your dreams. And if you don't, then you'll never know. But the worst thing that you could ever do is not chase your dreams and live with the regret in your deathbed. Because at the end of the day, we only live here once. We're only on this earth for one time. So why should we not just try everything we can? Especially if you want to live a certain life and you're still procrastinating over it. Then why are you still procrastinating? What is actually stopping you from being successful? The only thing that's stopping you is you. And once you start to look in the man in the mirror and start to realise that, wow, actually, maybe I am at fault for this, maybe I can fix this, maybe I can actually start to become a man that I can look up to, and then boom, that's you. You've got the flip script. But I still have a lot to learn. But I started to realise that with gratitude, good faith, dedication and hard work will get you so far in this life. Once you start to actually be grateful what God has given you and be grateful for the suffering that He's gave you, not saying that you need to be comfortable in the suffering, but you should be grateful for it because you know what's at the opposite end. And once you start being grateful to God and realising that, wow, everything is set out on a plate, we need suffering, this is why suffering happens. Because at the other end of suffering is happiness. If everyone was happy all the time, no one is sad, no one is extra happy, it would all be the same. We wouldn't even feel it. It's like we wouldn't even be here. So if you feel sadness here, the happiness is only going to go up to here. If you feel sadness here, you're going to feel sadness way levels above, because the suffering that you go through actually means something. The suffering that you go through at the other end of that is success and happiness. I hope everybody watching this realises that they have a purpose and that they should go and chase their dreams, because at the end of the day, we only live here once. And I know I keep saying it, but I'm so passionate about this that I need to let everyone know, if you have a dream out there and you want to chase it, do it. There's nothing stopping you. The only thing that's stopping you is you. Who cares what people think? At the end of the day, they won't be paying your bills, they won't be at your funeral, they won't be at your wedding, and they won't be at your kid's birth. So who actually cares? At the end of the day, you're you, and you should live your life the way you want to intend it, you know. And for some people, maybe they just want to live a life. Maybe they just want to live a life with no discipline and no hard work. And do you know what? That's okay with me, because at least I know that I'm doing better. At least I know that I'm doing better than them, and inside I can die with no regrets. But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Welcome to the first video on the channel. A lot more to come. Stay tuned, guys. Have a good one.